Hello, hello. Happy Monday. How are you? Let me know when you're here, and we're going to make a card tonight. I've kind of combined a bunch of things that I love, and I can't wait to share them with you. So, welcome. First things first, when you share this video with your friends, you just hit share right underneath it. You will be entered to win the stamp set that we're using tonight, which is By the Bay. Now, I know I talked about a different one in the picture this morning, but then as I got playing, I really wanted to use this one. So we are using By the Bay. We are using the Painted Season Designer Series paper. And the reason, I kind of swapped it out a little because in order to get the other stamp set, hello, hello. In order to get the other stamp set, you have to spend $100. And, you know, I want you to do that. That's super cool. But I also want you to be able to use what we're using. So you get this pack of Designer Series paper. Let me get it so you can see it. When you spend $50. So that's even better. And the stamp set By the Bay is free with a $50 order too. So tonight I'm using free things. So when you share, you will be entered to win this. If you place an order this week, I have something a little bit different for you. And I'm going to show you what it is that you get when we get to making the card. All right? So I hope everyone's having a great Monday. Apparently winter's coming back here. We just got a little bit of snow, but now they're talking about like really cold, and I was really getting excited. I actually ran out without my jacket on today, just to the front door, but I was able to do it, so it was really cool. A couple other things I want to tell you about tomorrow is, and I'm really sorry, but tomorrow's craft day on HSN. I'm not shopping because I've already done that already, but as you know, I'm teaching scan and cut classes in my classroom, and they do have a special on the expensive version, the DX125. So you can look at that tomorrow. Just check it out. You don't have to get it, but you might want to check it out. I think it's already actually online, so you could go look now and see what you think. Okay. So what we're going to do tonight is kind of an interesting, right, Susan? Susan, you're not supposed to be cold there. You're in Tennessee. You know, it's supposed to be warm where you are. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make this card, how to make this card with your scan and cut and without it. So if you have a scan and cut, you are going to be able to do this, right? No, there aren't thinlets that go with this stamp set, but the scan and cut will help you do it. Apparently I can't talk tonight. This is going to be fun. So if you place an order this week, what you will get is a set ready to cut, it'll all be cut out for you. You'll get in the mail, except it won't have a hole in it. And it will not be stamped because I cannot send you stamped images, but it will be ready to stamp. And I'll show you what that means in a little bit. Oh, Christine, that sounds amazing. My daughter is in Key West right now, and she calls every day to tell me how great it is. Thank you. It's not great here right now. This time of year, I'm just done with it. You know, I love the change of seasons. I really do like winter for a day or two. But now I'm done. Now I'm ready for it to start to warm up and be spring. Okay, so first things first. Oh, great, Penny. First things first, what you're going to do is take your regular 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. Okay? And you're going to trim that, but instead of the way we always do it, you're going to cut it down the middle, the hot dog way. So then you're going to have a piece that is 4 1/4 by 11. And you're going to have a second piece that's 4 1/4 by 11. It's not going to have holes in it. You're going to trim it off to make this 4. So I want a 4 by 11 and a 4 1/2 by 11. Okay? And then I'm going to score the the wider one right down the middle at 5.5, and I'm going to score the skinnier one, and you can tell that it's skinnier by just that little 1/4 of an inch because I want it to close nice. So this is going to go on the inside, and this is going to be, and I'll have the measurements in the classroom. They're not there right now, but it'll be in there in a little bit. So this is 4 by 11. Then I'm going to score it at 5.5, 2 3/4, flip it, and 2 3/4. So basically it's going to fold up kind of like a letter M. All right? All right. When I put this all together, this is what my card is going to look like. This is the inside of the card. And then when I close it, it'll be in there, and it'll fold up and go in a regular envelope. Might be a little fat, but it will go. All right? Okay. So that's the construction of your card that you need to do. Now it's time to decorate it all up. I decided that it was time to bring out those rectangle thinlets because I love them. The stitched rectangles that are new this year. So I did 4, and I picked these 2 that are, they coordinate step by step. I'm trying to think, layered. Goodness, I really can't talk tonight. Let me just tell you the size. Seriously, when I picked them, I took this piece, the inside, and I said, okay, which one of my little collection is going to fit there? And I positioned it on there and said, yeah, that works pretty good. So if you want to know the size, and it doesn't tell you on them, remember I gave you a guide when we first got these. This one is 2 by 3 3/8 probably. And this one is 1.5 by 3. But basically, I figured out which ones I wanted by just putting it on the piece I'm going to put it on and figuring out which one goes. I might have decided that I wanted to do these 2 and do skinny ones. And those would go. Or maybe these 2. Okay? So don't necessarily worry about using exactly what I did. And what I did was I made 4. This is one of the other sides, I'm calling them. The Painted Seasons has the coolest paper. It's really my favorite paper. I'm so excited they changed this time. So for this month, when you place a $50 order, you can get this paper pack for free. Originally, it was only as a bundle with the stamp set. The stamp set is really cool as well. This is the stamp set, and there's coordinating thinlets that go with it. So it's really kind of cool, and I didn't quite get it, and when I first looked at it, that Painted Seasons didn't kind of connect, and then I realized it's pine cones and succulents and evergreen, so it's the seasons. Yeah. So anyway, but I love this paper. These are my 2 favorite colors. And then, but what's nice is it's got the pine cones on the other side. This one has the succulents. Pine cones, pine cones, pine cones. Oh, I love the mushrooms too. They didn't quite go with my ocean theme, or I would have used those. All right. So that's that. That's where I got the paper from. So I have these 4, and I don't know if I'm going to need all 4 using this stamp set. So this needs to stay here. So if I'm using my brother's Scan and Cut, I'm going to be able to cut out both the stamp set and a great little shadow for it. So if you look really close, you can see, let's zoom in, and it is kind of pastel-y, but you can see that our shadow is just ever so slight right there, okay? Just enough. I haven't colored this in yet. I'll do that later. So that's what the Scan and Cut can do for you. But now, okay, that's great, but I don't have one of those. I will place an order because I want to get a set of this so that I can try it. but I don't have one. So what can I do? I can't make this card? Well, of course you can. We are going to use stitch thinlets, and we are going to cut our, so I stamped my house, and I'm going to put my white smaller version around the house, and then I'm going to do this one around the blue. Okay? Alrighty. Let me just see. The only negative is I trimmed this. Here it is. I'm holding the wrong blue piece. Okay. So let's bring in Mr. Big Shot. Come on, one more. And remember, you want to kind of twist this just a little. So when it goes through your Big Shot with these rectangles, it's not making a ka-thunk. Absolutely. Kathy said we need to hurry and get these because they might sell out. That has been the story of this entire celebration. Stuff has sold out so quickly. Stampin' Up! Makes these decisions about what they're going to use and how many they're going to buy months in advance. And for some reason, these were super popular this year. Celebration runs January through the end of March, but so many things have not, they're gone as soon as they become available. That organdy ribbon, there's 3 different colors that matches the gingham gala. I actually never got it because it sold out before I got it, and I can order early, but they're beautiful. That just came back in stock today. So if for some reason you had it on back order, don't worry, it's already been, if you had ordered it and it was on back order, yours will get filled. If you haven't ordered it, you might want to jump in and grab it if you love that ribbon. So now this is going to look like this. It's clearly going to look different than the one that looks like that, but it's still really cool. So that's how that will go if you don't have the scan and cut. And then on the inside, we have this really great little design. Remember, it goes like this. Now, originally, I wanted all 4 of these, but I also want the little ducks that are part of the or seagulls. They're not ducks. The seagulls. I want them to go in there. Well, my problem is they don't fit this way. I could do half a gull and half a gull. I could do that. Oh, that might look kind of cool. But I also like this. I could do this here. And then I have the seashell, which can go here, and that will fit. I'm actually going to try part of the duck now that I say that out loud. I kind of like it. All right, so let's see what we've got. We have one. So I have 4 of these. Okay. Kathy, they're not there right now, but they will be. I just didn't get it uploaded. So I'm going to try this idea of, I'm going to put these guys both together. All right. And then I'm going to ink you up. And I'm using the Memento because I want to use my blends to color. If I were going to use my watercolor pencils, then I'd use my StazOn. You could also use different color inks and use your aqua painter. We haven't done a lot with that lately. We should. All right, so I'm going to put my duck, I keep calling them ducks, seagulls, so they overlap, half on each one of these. I don't know, we're going to see how it looks. Okay. And now we're going to take, my snail. Yeah, the measurements will all be there. And this is going to go like this. And then you are going to go here. And then you guys are going to go in here. I kind of like this. Hey, Kimberly, hope you're feeling better. Hey, Brenda, hello. And then you guys, you are going to get, now if I wanted to put may all your paths lead to happiness, it won't quite fit on here. Whoops, I'm not showing you. Sorry. This one, so this is going to go right like this. It's not going to go on anything. It's going to go there where I just made it squeegee. Can you fit that way? No, you can't. See what I did? Can you see it? While I was showing you, I ended up touching it. So we need to do a little something here. We're going to make this fit with another one of our, ooh, maybe this one. Yep, okay. So I want this one. And I'm going to take one of these, and I'm just going to run it through again. It's going to make it a little bit smaller. It'll be okay. Wasn't my plan, but you know what? That's why we have all these crazy rectangles so that we can make it work. I'm doing it over here. You just trust me, I'm doing it. I'm big shotting. You just can't see it. All right, so that's good. Now we're gonna stamp this. May all your paths lead to happiness. And then that's gonna get a couple of dimensionals on it. Now this would be more colorful if I use different color inks, but I want to use my blends, so I'm using just the Memento ink right now. And technically I probably would color this in. And I have ink in my hands, but don't look close. And then we have one more to do, and this is going to get the seashell. Okay. And then that is going to go here. Now, I had originally designed this card using the other stamp set, and then I really wanted to use this one. So here we go. This is going to go inside. So how do we figure out where this goes? We'll fold this up and decide where you want it to end up. You want to be sure that when your card closes, nothing sticks out. So I need that to go there. So what I'm going to do is open you up. Put my snail on the back. Figure out where I want it. Make sure it's centered. And press. And then the same thing, I put my snail on this one, and we are out of snail. Hold on. Time for a refill. Snail refill comes like this. Just peel this off. You're in the middle of the project and you're thinking, oh, this is going to take forever. I have to remember how to wind this. I don't. It comes like this. I take this little yellow piece out. It's the simplest thing. I love it. And then I take this one and I squeeze. And this piece just gets thrown away. And then I pop this in. Kathy, I'm thinking it will because it's pretty heavy. Yeah. What flipped over? Oh, this piece? Yeah, it didn't. I see what you mean, but it didn't stick. We're good. And then you bring this card over and press it down. And there we go. All right. So now I'm ready to, I need my sentiment on the front. Well, I really like the May Your Paths Lead to Happiness that I put on the inside. So what else do I have? Well, let's look at our stamp set. We have Thinking of You and Thank You. So I'm going to go with Thinking of You. And I did a lot. Everything is kind of square and rectangle-y and all of those things. So I'm going to do the Thinking of You. And I'm just going to use one of my punches that it will fit on. And I'm just looking to see which one, because I think some of them might be too big. I feel like a circle might be just enough. You're too big. Well, maybe we'll go with Thinking of You is pretty little. See, it's really small. But I need... Yeah, you will work fine. So I need a piece of Whisper White. I thought I had a bunch. But you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I think I want to use some of this on the front to kind of tie it together. So, Thinking of You. And when you're looking at this pattern paper, you'll notice it kind of, it's lighter and darker, ombre-ish. I don't think that's a real word. But it's shading. I could fussy cut it, or I could use my Big Shot, my scan and cut, or I can use my punch. You could fussy cut this if you wanted. You absolutely could. I wish I could get, I'm looking at this thinking, wouldn't this look cool if it had just the, let me do this again, hold on. Because I like the shell too. Let's try this. Let's do our shell. And Thinking of You together. And now I don't know if this is big enough. We might have to go with a little bit bigger. Oh, it is. Look at that. Right? Except I looked up and I did it wrong. Hold on. It did fit well. I just wasn't looking at it. I was looking at all of you. One more time. Good practice. Patty, this is the one that's now free. Paper Seasons? Painted Seasons. Vicki, right? I've had this one for a while, and I just haven't pulled it out, and I really do like it. All right, I'm not going to look up. I'm going to pay attention until I do this. Okay, phew. Only took me 4 times to get this little piece on the front. And we are going to, before I put it down, I just want a little bit of color that's going to go in there. So I'm going to grab a blend. Now this is not recommended blend paper. It's not recommended any of those things. But I just want to highlight it a little. So I'm going to take a little bit of light pumpkin pie. And I'm just going to go over my shell. Just to highlight it. So blends are not all for just white. It works pretty cool. And then I need a couple of little mini dimensionals on the back. All right. Whoops, wrong way. Sorry, now you're all dizzy. Okay. There we go. Right? And then we open it up. Now I need to go color these panels, but isn't that cool? Super easy. And it fits in a regular envelope. Okie doke. All right. Well, thanks for coming tonight. Scan and cut class is tomorrow night for those of you that are enrolled in that. Tomorrow night, it's all about the machines. The first hour is using the Scan and Cut 2, and the second hour will be devoted to the DX, which is the new one. There are 88 other Scan and Cut machines, but those are the two we're going to focus on. Now, if I didn't have a Scan and Cut, I could do this on the cover and pop my Thinking of You right here in the corner, and that would look cool too. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for coming. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you soon.